through the wind, I give in. I'm storming, breaking like the tide.
This will probably be my last greenhouse update episode of the Greenhouse Chronicles for this year. It's just getting to the point where it's too hot for this stuff to keep staying in here, and if the greenhouse isn't open and like aired out, it's like 125 degrees, which is insane. But probably gonna move all this stuff out later today, but I thought I'd just give one last update on all the growth and how everything did. And also I got to get rock finally, so just gonna move everything out and clean it up. May show that process just to get it cleaned and ready for next year. But starting over here, these were the snapdragons that I planted, the very first ones. This is a forget-me-not. This was the cottage garden mixture. It's got a few in there. And this was a perennial. No, this was another cottage garden. I think I split a pack between these two, and apparently this one got a lot more seed. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. These are Cosmos. They're doing really good. This is just a weed, but I thought it was kind of pretty, so I left it. This is a tomato. He'll be staying in here for a little while longer till he gets bigger. These snapdragons still, I had a baby in here the other last update, but not seeing anything, so don't know what happened with them. Another tomato. These zinnias are going crazy. I have to get them out of these pots and let them free. This is a perennial mix. More forget-me-nots. More zinnias down here. I got two tomatoes right here. I planted snapdragons in here, but I don't know if that's what that is. They've been really slow, so who knows. This is a poppy, and I'm so excited because it's doing great, and I have another little baby in here. And they're not really native to like grow in Kentucky, because it does still get like pretty cold here, so I'm excited to see how that does. These three are marigolds, and all these are Cosmos. And I've already moved a couple pots outside, a couple plants outside. Watch out, Huntsman. I replanted these marigolds probably about 2 weeks ago. These were some of the originals that I planted, and they've really flourished out here. Strawberries are doing good. I've gotten several off of this plant, and I think one off of this plant so far. Hens and chickens, they always do good. I need to split these up and get some babies off and start them somewhere else. This is also a perennial mix. I can't tell the difference between the weeds and the flowers, so I just leave it. So here I'm showing you my Rose of Sharon bushes. I have 5 of them in a line in this part of my yard. And I'm gonna put barriers around the bottoms of each of them. That way, like when I weed eat or whatever, I'm not hitting the bush. And it kind of just makes them pop more. So you can see them better. And these will get bigger and you'll be able to see them, obviously, but they're just little right now. But those are the barriers that I used, and I used a hacksaw to cut them into 8-foot pieces. That's what I figured up. I had 2 20-foot barriers, so 20 divided by 5, 4 times 2 is 8. Voila, I can do math, y'all. I didn't film myself doing it because it was honestly like a really easy process, but my yard was such a mess. I was so disgusting and had grass and mud and was soaking wet. And I didn't want to get all that on my camera, and I was by myself, so I just left it at that. But it turned out really good, and it only took me like an hour to get all those done. In this part of the video, I'm starting to do my front landscape. And this was very, very, very time consuming and tedious and exhausting. But a portion of it's done now. Thank you, Mom, for helping. But it's still a work in progress. So it's still not done, but I'm going to update you all when I get done what I get done. So, but here's the first part of it, and I've got all the way to the weed barrier on this side of my porch, but I've got the rest of my house and side of my house to do, so it'll be a long process, but this is the first part of it.